Here's an example. My latest drop shipping one, uh, I had no previous like knowledge or anything or any idea of where I should start targeting. It was just completely from zero. How am I gonna start targeting? And it has to do with traveling. So I went and I went to Audience Insights in Facebook and I typed in travel into the interest section, and then and did the same thing in just like when you're creating the ad, because there's different options that pop up sometimes in Audience Insights versus what's actually in the Ads Manager. So I checked both, but I went to Audience Insights and Travel the World, I believe, was the one I selected. And then what I did is I went into Pages from there and looked at all the pages that are most closely related to that Travel the World interest that I had plugged in there. And then I pulled out the page interest with the highest affinity to the Travel the World interest that I'd selected. And then I went and I plugged those in to Ads Manager and as interest and ran ads to those interests and just tested, I think 8 of them. I think like 8 or 10 or something like that. Or maybe it was less actually. I could look, but anyways, 2 of those pretty much right away I saw were profitable, and so I just let all those ad sets run for the next like 3 days, and then I saw which ones were profitable, which ones weren't, turned off the ones that weren't, and then kept the ones, and then to start scaling up. Scaling up is something, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to do Shopify drop shipping as for fun/practice. Is scaling Facebook ads is something I could practice more. So, but the way I'm doing it right now is just increasing budget for now. And then what I'm going to do is once there's enough data generated, I'll start doing some retargeting. So I'll build lookalike audiences, and then I'll also do some custom audiences just based off of like cart ads and purchases and website views and stuff like that. And I'll use those as a method to try and scale.
Yeah, well, that's sweet. So
was that tactical for you? Like if you want like actual tactics, like I want to make sure you're getting them.
No, that makes sense. A lot of people on YouTube, they're talking about Facebook ads, is they're like, okay, so you go into the Facebook ad manager and you start a campaign. They don't actually describe how you do it or what the best way to do it is. They kind of just give you a broad statement.
Right.
And then they're like, buy my course.
Yeah. No. Yeah. See, I'm trying to go opposite. I'm trying to give you like as much tactics as you want. So if there's anything in there that you want me to go more in depth on or anything, just let me know.
So what you're doing is you're taking the page interests and then you're putting them toward in your campaign.
Yeah.
All right. See, I've never really learned how to do that. That's something I'm trying to Facebook ads. That's really what I'm interested in.
So are you familiar with Facebook or with Audience Insights?
Yeah, it's in the ad manager, right?
Yep. Yeah. So if you go plug in an interest in there, it'll tell you like a whole bunch of stuff. It'll give you a ton of data based on that interest, like your demographics. And are you familiar with that, or am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so there's like demographics is the first tab, and then the next tab I think is pages, and then there's like, I don't know, like location or something like that. I'm just going to pull it up real fast. Okay, so it says, so there's demographics, page likes, location, and activity. So if you just type in whatever interest it is, so in my example it was Travel the World, and then I clicked on page likes, and then at the top section is top categories, and then the bottom section is page likes. So then I went down to page likes, and it orders these in order of affinity, meaning whichever one Facebook deems as the most closely related to the interest that you've plugged in, that's the one it shows you as like relevance score number 1. That's the one that is ranked at the top. So I just took each one of those and went and plugged them in as an interest inside of my campaign.
Yeah.
And sent an ad out to that interest, and watched how it performed.
So how many ad sets did you have when you're still doing the process, right? So you're always testing stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
let me see. I'll answer your question exactly here. So for that product that I'm talking about, I tested. Sorry, my internet's being a little slow right now. With the FaceTime and the screen recording I've got running on top of it, my computer's going a little slow. Alright, so I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I tested 9 different interests.
And
I've got 2 of them still running profitably, and I'm scaling those. And so now what I'll do is and so the first, I guess lucky was this one. The first one that was successful was the travel the world interest. I just plugged in travel the world and cool, that started working. So then what I did, like I explained just now, is I took travel the world and plugged it into audience insights, went to page likes, and went and grabbed the ones that are most closely related and went and plugged those in. Or like, not all of them, but I went and grabbed like the top 3 or whatever and plugged those in. And then one of those is now my second one that I'm scaling up. And so now what I'm going to do is take that one and go plug it in to audience insights, and then grab the pages that are most closely related to that one and test those ones as well.
So you're slowly narrowing it down?
I'm just slowly finding more profitable interests. Yeah.
Oh, so you're taking the one page and then you're finding other pages?
Yeah, exactly. So let me try this again, because this is a good one to know. So I took Travel the World, right, and I plugged it into Audience Insights, and it showed me. I'm gonna change the name of it just to not give away my targeting or whatever, but so I typed in Travel the World, and let's say the interest that popped up for it was Charger. Okay, so then I took Charger and I went and I ran an ad to Charger, and then that one worked really well. So now what I'm gonna do is take Charger and go throw that into to Audience Insights, and then see what's closely related to Charger. And so and like let's say Popsicle, it's just random words here, but let's say Popsicle pops up as one of them. Now and that's the top one. So now I go take Popsicle and I'm gonna go run an ad to that interest and see how that one performs. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking what's successful, finding out what is the most closely related to that one, and then testing that one.
So it's you're narrowing on what would be successful, but that's interesting.
Yeah. I'm taking what's successful and digging like deeper into that one. Yeah. And testing from there. And that's now that I've found one or two that have been successful, for the next foreseeable while, that's all I'm going to do is test new interests based off of those ones.
Yeah. So is there ever a point where you stop finding new?
I mean, in theory, no. Like, because maybe, in theory, no. In theory, you just keep testing. In theory, you have ones that are successful and profitable enough that you're able to take a small percentage of those and allocate it to continual testing.
So, do you ever use Facebook pixel data?
Yeah, so that's another reason I wanted to do this drop shipping for fun and practice, is because the Shopify, as I did some research, the Shopify Facebook pixel is supposedly really, really powerful and works really well, and I'm starting to see that here, but yeah, I definitely, so I'm excited to see now, because I've got the pixel running, that's all in there, and I've been getting purchases, but now what I want to do is use that pixel, obviously, and that data to generate custom audiences based off of like purchases and do some retargeting and stuff. And that's where I think like stuff is supposed to get really good. And hopefully I'm right. I'm not wrong on that. But I think the Pixel, if you can start getting it some data, it starts understanding that data, and then it starts getting better and better, and then it just keeps getting better and better. And so definitely using the Facebook Pixel, and that's a big part of why I wanted to do the Shopify dropshipping, is to play around with that and see like how powerful that actually is. Like I'm so interested to see right now, because like I've got these running successfully now, these 2 interests, like doing well, but I'm super interested to see once I use that Pixel to create some custom audiences, lookalike audiences, and do some retargeting, like how things pick up at that point. And like if there's like a super obvious like, okay, yep, you've scaled now, like just because you had that Pixel sitting there and have now created custom audiences and retargeting based off of it. So super interested to see what happens there. Definitely using the Pixel.